All right, so now we're working on the inside of the eye. I'm not finished with the eyelashes. I did some shading inside of the whites of the eye, which seems weird because we know it's white, but everybody has a little bit of color inside the whites of their eyes, so this one definitely does. So I added that in throughout. I probably need a little bit more through here. And I'm just using the back side of my pencil. If you're an in-class student, when we start to do our really darker things, we're going to switch to a 4B or a 6B. This one right now that I have is a 4B. That just means it has a softer graphite and that it shows up just a little bit darker, okay? I'm also going to be using a blending tool. It's just rolled up paper, that's all it is. It does not have any graphite in it. It's dark on the end because I've already used it. I really only use this for tiny things because it blurs stuff out. So if you want a crisp line, you don't need to use this on top of it. I can show you real quick, like in the creases here, you just take it and you blend it. Same thing you would do with a finger, but it gets, you know, a smaller space. The only thing is like it can blur out things you don't want blurred if you're not careful. All right, so you have to be really particular with where you put it. All right, so we're talking about the iris, the color part of the eye. This particular black and white photo is obviously a light eye. It has a dark rim with these lines throughout. So getting those in is just a little tricky. I've kind of darkened my edges a little bit. I am not pressing down hard with this pencil. I don't want it to be shiny. I just want to add another layer of color. It has a couple of glare marks in it through here and like one that's a little bit rounded through here. I've added that in slightly already. So let me show you what it looks like when we add these lines in. So I'm coming in from the edging of my pupil. And I've already added a little bit of graphite there, and now I'm just darkening it. So let me show you what it looks like to use one of these. And like I said, this is not necessary. It's just a little bit easier to blend with. But you can totally use your finger or a piece of like a paper towel, something like that. All right, there's not that much white in this picture, so I need to keep adding in a little bit of color. Again, giving another layer along the edges because it's pretty dark down the sides of the eye, the edging. And in through right here. But can y'all see like how slow I'm going? I mean, like I'm really particular with where I'm adding in graphite. I'm really taking my time. I'm not just coloring things in solid. And if you have a dark iris, really zoom in on it. Make sure there's no lightness in there. Really check and see what you got going on. Whatever this highlight is in this picture is super weird looking. But we're going to do it just like the picture. Remember, it's enlarged. So a lot of my students are like, why is yours so much bigger? The spaces are bigger. Well, it's a lot bigger eye than my reference picture. I'm enlarging it. Again, still not pressing down hard. Now I'm going to come out. And like I said, I am using a darker graphite right now, but that's not necessary. You can use a regular pencil. Just use whatever you have. if you're at home working on this. And you don't have to blend everything away. So I'm going to come back in and add some of those lines in there because there are lines in this picture. But when you need it to be darker, just add another layer of graphite down. Okay, so we're not done yet. We're already at 5 minutes for this video. So I'm just gonna keep working my way around. I mean, I'm gonna totally turn the paper, get into where I need to go. Eyelashes, same process, go slow and really look. So this one has some going up and it actually has some going back towards the eye. So I pull my lashes from the lash line and up. I'm gonna notice where it crosses over the crease in the eye. So it'll come up like that. And then some of them kind of overlap. And a little bit of clumping in there. And just do your best. If it's not perfect, it's not the end of the world. Everybody's eyelashes look different. Different days, they look different ways. But again, a lot of hers are actually kind of clumped together and going different directions. It just depends on your reference picture. But take your time. I'm lifting from the lash line and up and pulling my pencil up so I can get a point. And if it's a little thicker at the base, just come back in and thicken that line up. Do not blend this with your blender tool. You do not want blurry eyelashes. All right, I'm gonna let you finish up. That's it. Keep going. When you finish, you submit, and you'll be done.